Studies serve for delight, for ornament, and for ability. So this is not a saying from me, but exactly from Francis Bacon. And this quotation is taken from his one of the first works named of studies. And today I am going to interpret his epigrammatic essay of studies. So at the very outset of my interpretation, let's have a look of Francis Bacon brief biography. Actually, Francis Bacon was born on 22nd January 1561 and he died on 9 April 1626. Francis Bacon is an English statesman, philosopher, scientist, jurist, orator, essayist, and author. Francis Bacon also served as Attorney General and Lord Chancellor of England. Furthermore, he is called the father of empiricism. Again, he is the inventor of scientific method of studies, and this method is called also Baconian method. And now the interpretation of studies by Francis Bacon. So at the very outset of his essay of studies, he says about the three purposes of studies. According to him, study serves three purposes. The first one is delight, the second one is ornament, and the third one is ability. So he says studies serve for delight, for ornament, and for ability. And he again says when delight comes, according to Bacon, delight comes in privateness, in the vacant hour. If a man studies his choiceable book, then he would derive pleasure out of the book. And ornament is expressed in discussion. And finally, ability is focused in judgment and management of business of a man. Next, Francis Bacon talks about how to take studies. According to him, spending too much time behind studies is laziness of a man. And using studies too much for refinement is affectation or false behavior of a learner. Moreover, judgment totally by the rules of studies is humorous or comic. So what is important is that, according to Francis Bacon, studies need to be bounded by experience. Next, Francis Bacon says about different pupil approach to studies. To his observation, captive man contempt studies or hate studies, and simple men admire studies, but wise men really use studies in their real life. At the same time, Francis Bacon says that reading should not be for contradiction, nor to bleep or groan, as well as discourse or talk, but reading should be for weighing and considering. Then Francis Bacon says about the selection of books. In fact, importance of selection of books is very crucial for effective studies. According to him, some books are to be tested. That is, they should be read only in parts, not completely or wholly. Some books are to be swallowed. That means those books should be read only partly, not curiously or closely, but some few books are to be chewed and digested. That means to read with full attention and diligence. Then Francis Bacon emphasizes on reading, discussion, and writing. Reading makes a fool man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. He says, reading makes a fool man means it gives idea about a thing. Conference makes a ready man, that is, it prepares to do the thing. Writing makes an exact man, that is, it provides accuracy about the thing. So if a man writes little, he needs to have a strong memory. If a man converses little, he needs to have present wit. And finally, if a man reads little, he needs to have cunningness or cleverness. Abuen studia in mores. This is a Latin phrase, means studies influence character. Every subjective reading has impacts on the learners. As history makes a man, wise, poetry makes witty, mathematics makes a man subtle, natural philosophy makes a man deep, moral, and grave. Similarly, logic and rhetoric make argumentative. Here, Bacon gives some example of removing different body diseases by different exercises. According to him, bowling is good for gallbladder and kidney. Shooting is good for lungs and breast. Moreover, gentle walking is good for stomach. Riding is good for head, and so on. As different body diseases can be removed by various physical exercises, similarly, different mental defects can be removed by proper studies. According to him, mathematics can remove wandering of mind. Schoolmen can remove undistinguishing of mind. Likewise, law removes weakness of memory. Thus, every defect of mind may have special treatment. And finally, the moral or lesson that can be extracted from all the studies of Francis Bacon: how one can be hugely benefited by using studies properly in their practical life. Bacon has suggested this moral through this essay title of studies. So thank you, learner, for being with me. Hope you will subscribe my YouTube channel English 21, as well as you would follow my Facebook named Harun Rashid.